These five wealthy people of Iranian origin are making massive money in America. They have no tension from the war. On one side, missiles are being fired in the Middle East, oil prices are jumping, and war alert is flashing across breaking news stickers. And on the other side, in luxurious offices in New York, Silicon Valley, and Los Angeles, some people are calmly signing multi-billion-dollar deals. They were born in Iran, but their earnings are tied to America's digital economy, Wall Street, and the global market. The question is, when tensions between Iran, Israel, and America are at their peak, how are these people so carefree? Is their wealth untouched by war, or is the story something else entirely? The rising military tension in the Middle East is not just a battle of borders, it is a shockwave that affects the energy market, global trade, and financial stability. Nearly 20% of the world's oil that passes through the Strait of Hormuz is the heartbeat of the global economy. When danger rises there, the stock market trembles. But in the middle of this turmoil, a different picture emerges. Some billionaires of Iranian origin, who while living in America built empires in technology, finance, space, food, and fashion, whose roots are not spread in just one country but across the whole world. First of all, let us talk about the man who changed the world of online auctions, Pierre Omidyar. Born in Paris in 1967, the son of Iranian parents, Omidyar came to America and in 1995 started a small online marketplace, which the world today knows as eBay. What began as a simple website is today a symbol of global e-commerce. Pierre Omidyar's total wealth is estimated at around $10 to $11 billion. The source of his earnings is not oil, weapons, or regional politics, but digital transactions, online sellers, and global consumers. The success of eBay not only made him rich, but also made him a pioneer of the digital economy. Later, through Omidyar Network, he invested in tech startups, fintech, and media ventures. He has also invested in media platforms like The Intercept. A large part of his wealth is tied to American and global markets. Whether tensions in the Middle East rise or fall, his income is not directly tied to them. It is this global diversification that keeps him away from the impact of war. Now let us come to a big name in the world of private equity, Behdad Eghbali. Born in Iran and raised in America, Eghbali is the co-founder of Clearlake Capital. Clearlake manages more than $90 billion in assets under management. Major investments in technology, software, consumer brands, and industrial companies are part of its portfolio. Behdad Eghbali's wealth is considered to be around $4 to $5 billion. The game of private equity operates beyond borders. They invest in American companies, grow them, and then sell them at higher valuations. Their network is tied to Wall Street, institutional investors, and pension funds. The war is happening in the Middle East, but their cash flow is decided in boardrooms in New York and California. That is exactly why regional conflict does not directly affect their wealth structure. Now turn your eyes toward the space sector. Kamal Ghaffarian, known as 𝐮𝐿, is a major name in the world of advanced technology and space exploration. He has been associated with Axiom Space and Intuitive Machines, NASA contracts, lunar missions, and commercial space flights. This is his playing field. His estimated wealth is between around $2 to $3 billion. The space industry is deeply connected to the American defense and research ecosystem. Contracts linked to NASA and the Pentagon are worth billions of dollars. 𝐮𝐿's companies work on space stations, lunar landers, and advanced engineering projects. His business model is based on global government contracts and high-end technology. Tension in the Middle East does not directly affect his satellite contracts. In fact, many times geopolitical tension increases defense spending, which benefits advanced tech companies. The story of the food industry is no less interesting. Paul Marriage and David Marriage, the two brothers who made Hot Pockets popular. In the 1980 and 1990, Hot Pockets became a household name in the frozen food market. Later, it was sold to Nestlé. After this deal, both brothers diversified into real estate and venture investments. Their combined wealth is estimated to be around $1.5 to $2 billion. The frozen food business is tied to American consumer behavior. Supermarket shelves, retail chains, and global food brands are their source of revenue. Whether missiles fly in the Middle East or sanctions are imposed, the American consumer will still go to the grocery store every week. It is this consumer stability that keeps their wealth stable. Now let us talk about the fashion and retail sector. Manny Machoff, who made his identity through Bebe stores. The brand, which began in the 1970, became part of the American fashion scene in the 2000s. Manny Machoff's wealth is estimated at around $1 to $1.5 billion. The fashion industry runs on trends, celebrity culture, and retail demand. His income comes from the global fashion market, not from the streets of Tehran. Now the big question. Why is the impact of war limited on them? The answer is hidden in globalization. The wealth structure of all these billionaires is multinational. Their companies are connected to the US stock market, NASDAQ, private equity funds, venture capital networks, and a global consumer base. Their income is in dollars. Their legal structure operates under American law, and their investments are spread across the world. The second point is that sanctions affect those companies more that are directly connected to the Iranian market or government institutions. These billionaires are American citizens or have been settled in America for a long time. Their companies operate under the American regulatory framework. That is why geopolitical tension does not directly shake their business model. But the story does not end here. There is another side of fear and curiosity too. If tension in the Middle East rises so much that global oil supply gets disrupted, then energy prices will rise. Inflation will rise. Stock market volatility will rise. And then even wealthy investors will have to face portfolio risk. The global economy is interconnected. No one remains completely untouched. Still, the story of these 5 names shows that talent and opportunity can be bigger than borders. Despite being born in Iran, they took advantage of education, innovation, and access to capital in America. The culture of Silicon Valley, the liquidity of Wall Street, and the American dream changed their fate. It is also true that the Iranian diaspora has built a strong presence in America in the tech and medical fields. There are large numbers of Iranian American professionals in universities like UCLA and Stanford. Their participation in entrepreneurship, engineering, and finance is notable. This is also a story of migration and meritocracy. But the question still remains. Does geopolitical identity ever completely go away? If tension rises further, can political narratives make these billionaires symbolic targets too? Can campaigns be run on social media in the name of nationality? In the digital age, reputation risk is also a factor. For now, the reality is that their wealth is diversified, dollar-denominated, and globally invested. Their business models stand above regional conflict. That is why even amid the headlines of war, deals are being signed in their offices, startups are getting funding, and space missions are being launched. So do these 5 wealthy men really have no tension at all? Maybe not right now. But the more interconnected the world becomes, the more shared the risk also becomes. Digital markets, oil prices, currency exchange. Everything is tied together by one thread. In today's world, real power is not just land or oil, but innovation, capital flow, and global networks. And that is the shield that has, for now, kept these billionaires of Iranian origin away from the heat of war. The question is, if tomorrow the entire economic chessboard of the world changes, will that shield remain just as strong? That is what the next story is waiting for. If this video has taught you something new, or if you feel this information should reach more people, don't forget to like and share the video. Your small share can become valuable and useful information for someone else. If you have any questions related to this topic, or if you would like to share your opinion with us, be sure to write in the comment box. We read every question and suggestion from you, because your feedback inspires us to create better content. And if you want to keep receiving such interesting and reliable information about business, the economy, and the world in the future, then don't forget to subscribe to our channel GRT Business and also press the bell icon so that you get notifications of every new video directly. At GRT Business, we always strive to provide you with accurate, balanced, and reliable information. Our news and analysis are prepared based on information obtained from various news agencies, public sources, and public opinion. We make every effort to verify and validate each fact as much as possible. But in case of any possible error or dispute, the responsibility lies with the respective sources. Our only aim is to present you with a correct and trustworthy perspective so that you can understand any topic better.